What is going on, guys? We're back with another video today, and we are in Madden IT Connected franchise. It is another rebuild. It is a fantasy rebuild of the Buffalo Bills, who are not looking so hot. Let's just call it that way, especially in Madden, where they don't have an offensive line. Tight end's old. They don't have a wide receiver. Zay Jones is the main guy here, and do we even know if he's mentally there? That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying. Things have happened. Josh Allen is not getting a whole lot of help. That's all I'm going to say. Defense, however, even though there are a few older pieces, there's some guys that you can feel pretty, pretty confident with. Congrats, man. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot to do. Cornerback, I think, is perfectly fine. Hopefully, Levi Wallace, you can be our guy. I know you can. I think he's like 24, which sucks, but I think he can be our guy. I think wide receiver should be the biggest target for us. We don't have a whole lot to trade for or trade with, but whatever we do, we're going to use to the best of our abilities. There was a lot of names that the Bills kind of signed, but none of them are really huge names, and I don't know the exact contract situation, like how much they paid, but usually in free agency, you're going to pay for a lot of guys, especially offensive linemen, which they did get like 2 of them. So honestly, I think the Bills did a worse job by actually going for someone in free agency or these guys in free agency than just letting it be, honestly. So I don't know. But the thing is, you have so much cap space, you kind of have to go for someone. That's the kind of crappy part about it. Really wanted Tyreek Hill. That's just not going to happen. So we trade a 3rd round this, a 5th round this, and Mills for the Browns pick. And, don't worry about it. There's a reason. And here's the reason. We trade pick 65 from the Browns, Chris Ivory, and Bush for O.J. Howard, who honestly is, I'm really shocked we got that trade. He's a very hard guy to trade for in this game. And we actually surprisingly got him. Probably not a trade that needs to be known, but there you go. Jones and a 4th for the Redskins 3rd round pick. However, I worry that I may have accidentally ruined the trade that I was trying to get the 3rd round pick for anyways. So Murphy, a 3rd round, and Neal for Jonathan Allen, apparently. So normally I don't like trading with the Browns because their 1st round pick is way overvalued, but they usually take players that you don't usually want to keep, so I'm fine with it in that case. I did want to have to get rid of Milano, but we get rid of pick 1, Charles Clay and Milano for Michael Thomas, a guy who's been evading the hell out of me lately. However, can't evade me that time. Too rich of a trade for them. You join a team that definitely respects the hell out of you, because you are by far the best receiving threat we've had in a long time. So we trade Kroom, Logan Thomas, and a 7th round pick for Anzalone, the youngster. Bit of a trade, bit of a trade up. I know I wanted to keep Milano, but in fairness, we did get younger slightly, and I don't know, maybe he wins offense or defensive rookie of the year. Maybe, who knows? Traded Trent Murphy and Kyle Williams to the Raiders for their 1st round pick. They really had nothing of value. They could have gotten Hughes over there as well, but there wasn't much of value. The team's getting better, kinda. We probably need to go for a couple offensive linemen, but I don't know. I feel like we're kind of building a team that's not playoff bound, but definitely like a 7-win team, which is it's going to hurt us in the long run. But I think we definitely need to get some offensive linemen and some more draft picks. Now, here's a guy I did not expect to go for, but Joe Mixon. Trading these 2 fellas off for Joe Mixon. He's a 22-year-old guy with an 87 overall. Not bad at all. LaShawn McCoy really doesn't hold a lot of value. It's not worth trading him or Lorenzo Alexander, in my opinion. We'll see, though. Maybe we can find someone that makes sense, but as of right now, I'm not seeing it. So we get a bit of a steal here. We get rid of Groy, picked 40 this year and a 4th round next year for the Jets' number 2 projected overall pick. Obviously, we can't guarantee what each pick is going to be, but at the same time, obviously, we want the best we can get, and that is definitely an improvement. Trade Eddie Yarbrough, 5th next, and Thompson for Gary and Connolly. For some reason, they don't seem super high on keeping him. So Levi is going to drop to number 3 now. Taron Johnson, of course, is not a guy we need to keep. Little sneaky moves. In a very EA move, Try Turner is now our player. So that's about as best we're going to get. We have about 100 mil in cap space. Of course, it's time to sign a few free agents to play backup. We have 3 first-round picks, which should hold us in... Ooh. Guy Khalif Averill could be really clutch for us. Because I want to put Jonathan, I almost said Hankins, Jonathan Allen at defensive tackle. Rinchi Incognito, he's coming back out of retirement. Actually, no, he's not. Let's not keep it too unrealistic, you know. Okay, King, is he not really actually signed? I don't even know. We have some backups we have to get anyway, so we'll figure that out. Signings, Levi Wallace. He's only 22. Never mind. So Levi Wallace, unfortunately, I know you're probably not super mad because you're kind of 50-50 in the NFL. I would say you're gonna be locked in. So if you become good, you're gonna be kind of mad. You're gonna look for a restructure. So, both teams win. It is what it is. McKenzie, or Isaiah McKenzie. I kind of want to keep him. I don't know if he's going to be great, but if he is great, I think he's a good enough backup. We're giving him a 5-year deal. I think you have to. And then everyone else, we'll figure it out later. So we missed the playoffs at 7-9. What do you know? It's almost like I knew that was going to happen. And just so it doesn't sound weird, I'm going to show you guys we didn't cheat. If you think we're going to sim anything in our favor, it would have either be to win a lot or lose a lot, which we kind of did neither somewhat. Josh Allen, almost an MVP-worthy player. You can see why he's an 80-some overall. Joe Mixon with an amazing one. Star Dev incoming. He already got cucked the way it was by not getting Star Dev, so yeah, okay. It is what it is. Receiving, yeah, that's not a very good season for Michael Thomas at all. Definitely deserves to lose Dev there. I'm not even going to argue that one. Defensively, any numbers we can be proud of? Nope, not at all. Josh Allen does win Offensive Rookie of the Year as well. Definitely going to be something to look forward to in his career. Have a Texans-Rams Super Bowl, with the winner being, of course, the Rams. Did you really expect anything else? Negotiations. Any names here? Cliff Averill, Sam Bradford, even though he was here, John Miller. And none of you are who I want to keep. So we'll see what we can get in free agency. No, this is a 10-year sim, so we can go wild. Shady McCoy is still here. Isaiah went up 2 overalls, which isn't bad. Offensive line definitely could use some work. There's 2 guys that for sure will remain starters, with Teller being a questionable one. Kind of depends. Tremaine actually did really well. We lost Lorenzo, which is fine. Corners are perfectly fine. Ooh, better than fine. Good. There's pieces we need to replace. However, with a lot of draft picks and a lot of money, we should be able to do well early, and damn it. Do we want to pay him is the question. Tyrell Williams could be a guy we could pay. Darius is actually kind of decent here, 84 overall. Quick development, 87 power. It looks very good, actually, Zedarius. Anything else? Do we go Trey? We have 81 mil. Let's see how much it costs us. So he wants a 5-year deal worth 61 million. I think we could afford something like this. Let's see how much we have to pay. Oh, damn. You have to pay a lot. So the Dolphins are willing to just throw their entire team away for one pass rusher? It's ironic because we're kind of doing the same if we decide to go for him. Let's see how much money. We'll offer him a 5-year, $88 million deal, which is quite a lot of money, but it's not going to completely destroy us if it's accepted. Tyrell Williams, a 4-year deal. It's kind of expensive. Once again, another deal where if he accepts it, we'll take it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. We could use a backup, so we'll lowball him for the first look. If he joins, that'd be sick. If he doesn't, oh well. So believe it or not, with the offers both being rather low compared to the top bidder, we end up with Trey and Tyrell Williams, which takes a little bit of money off, but it also takes a little bit of the pressure off. I think a guy like Zay Jones would be on the way out. Didn't really have a great season. We have 4 guys. I know Isaiah is technically a worse player, but he fits better in the slot, and Zay would obviously have much more value to him. Those are kind of big, deals because, we don't have to move Jonathan Allen anywhere. Trey Flowers is obviously the best pass rusher we have by far. And right now, the biggest thing defensively would be a coverage linebacker, and then the rest would just be offensive needs, which even that would just be mainly offensive linemen. What is the draft pickage looking like? Pick number 3 and 4. Our picks look to be kind of, there's a really good wide receiver in this class as well. Our picks look to be honestly offensive lineman choices, but we only need about 3 guys, and I'm seeing a couple of guys later on that could be worth taking. There's some really good pass rushers. We just don't need them anymore. Jorian Bynes, I would love to have gotten him. I mean, look at the strength from a guy, you know, kind of his size anyways. We do have a great DT here. We could use one. Chris Vance could be worth it. It depends on if we can get a trade down or not. This is the wide receiver that's really good, but of course, wide receiver is far from what we need now. So I'm thinking if we're going to take anyone, it would probably be the DT. But if we can get a sneaky little trade to the Buccaneers here, and they don't take a DT, I mean, they shouldn't take a DT. They took Vita Vea recently, or Vita Vea, whatever you want to call him. So hopefully we can get a little bit out of them and have a nice little draft. What was that pick? 13? I mean, 13's fine. 3, 4, and 13, absolutely fine. That works for me. 3 and then 6, 7 for basically 2 first-round picks. Hopefully they don't take Vance. Please don't. They do not. They take a safety. Safety's a little bit of a need for us, but it's kind of an easy position to get, so we're just going to go with the D. Let's make sure it is the right DT. And it appears so. Chris Vance, please. Really fast, actually. Give me some dev, my dude. Quick dev either way, it's fine. A bit of a reach, kinda. I don't really see how that's even the case. He's a great player, of course. Great stamina, good hit power, solid stats for a defensive tackle. And of course, here there's no doubt in my mind we're going to trade this down. If we can try to get to like early second, is there any teams with like 2 second-round picks this year or something? I don't even know. The Redskins here wouldn't be that bad. I would like to get a little bit higher though. Oh, no, that doesn't really work. Screw, we're going to go with the Redskins. Definitely a trade they would not be able to make in real life. But I feel like we robbed them anyway, so let's make it a little fair. Curtis has a very beastly name, but we're going to go with a younger, beastlier player. 80 overall again, quick dev, and that's a starting lineman if I've ever seen one. So I'm very happy with it. Let's move on to pick 12. I don't know what even picks we have at this point. Probably just the picks we just gained. It'd been nice to see that running back still there. He was like first and everything. Wasn't crazy fast, but fast enough. This was one of the safeties. He looks pretty damn good. He's on the slower side, of course, but he kind of has that really good dev written all over him, so I may take the risk. We're going to take the risk. Screw it. And there you go. 79 overall, quick dev. Once again, we already knew he was going to be very slow. Kind of built as a linebacker. 6'1", 226. 6'1", 226. That's all I'm saying. Looks like a linebacker in my book. We really need a linebacker. We're going to see what it's like, you know. Brian Bakhtiari, his name is Bakhtiari. He's a mid-4th. I don't think you're going to get him much later. Normal dev, 76 overall, great player. Definitely starting caliber. Now let's go to the end of the round and see if there's any linemen left that we could trade up for to finish the trifecta. For him to be even worth anything, he's got to at least have like quick dev probably. All right, Chase, 73 overall normal. We wouldn't, didn't really expect him to be great, but he's worth more than a 5th-round pick anyways. We're going to go to the end of the draft. We're probably going to have to trade for a lineman just to finish it. 7-9 is not a bad record. The Patriots usually fall off at this point. This is usually one of those divisions that's open for anyone to take. So with our team being on that cusp, I think we should try to go for it this year. 85 overall. We have 2 first-round picks already. We have a few players to trade for or trade with. Not a whole lot, but enough, I think, to get the job done. Let's take a look at the draft recap, see who we missed. The devs weren't really there, but we definitely did not miss on a single one of our picks in the first 3 rounds. NFL, so that's, I thought it was a safety. It was like 79 speeds, a little slow for a safety. Then again, you have Reggie Hamuler, who is just terribly slow. Tarquin Collier is he's pretty good in fairness. Here's a DT right after our guy, quick dev as well. I think he was a faster guy, right? Yeah, definitely not a true DT like our guy. Here's Bynes, the pass rusher we really wanted to get. 82 overall, amazing talent. A little bit slower than I thought he was going to be, but a great player. 88 strength for a fast power move guy. This is probably the wide receiver, I would assume. Ooh, normal dev. That is, oh my god, imagine taking that. That would be so heartbreaking. Bad excel, terrible excel, bad speed, terrible agility, extremely disappointing jumping. Obviously, we didn't take a look at the vertical or anything like that, but if we did, and we still decided to take him, that would be really saddening. I don't think there was really many other players that we could have missed on. There was a lot of linemen in the first round that were really good, no question about it. Some of them may have got, superstar dev. Here's the center, Curtis. Once again, made the right decision to pass on him. I believe this is the running back I wanted to slip in the second. Very good player. Can't go wrong with him, but Obviously, didn't really need a starting running back, so we weren't going to take him too high. Hopefully there wasn't someone we forgot, but we're an 85 overall, of course. Kilmer, 100% locked in as a starter. Bakhtiari, I don't know what kind of, trade bait we're going to have to get a new lineman, but probably a starter, and then left guard we're probably going to look to well, maybe not a left guard, but we're going to look to replace one of the guys, which, of course, would be the left guard position technically. We also have Frazier, who is a 79 overall safety. However, he's kind of built big, so we're going to hope that he can play right outside linebacker for us. I think that's what they intended him to be, in my opinion. I mean, that looks like a damn right outside linebacker to me. 6'1", 226, not undersized by any means. Maybe gained an extra 7 pounds or something. Great block shedding. Average coverage stats. His jumping's in the 84 range. Great stamina, solid pursuit. Power finesse is kind of rough, but overall just seems like a damn coverage linebacker in my opinion. That's one thing that I wish just made more sense in the game is that tackles. I know star tackles are made to be super beasts, and obviously they're very hard to get, and they are more important, but you just can't trade for tackles on this game at all. But guards are almost impossible not to get. I don't really want to overpay just so I can get a new guy when it makes no sense. I mean, we're offering all of this, and we can't even get him. Yet I would probably... I mean, he's the best you can get. I mean, look at the... Whatever. Whatever. The Bills need all the help they can get. Screw it. My goal is to at least try and trade for new linemen. Like Zack Martin... Everyone knows him, but we haven't really gone for him. Oh, Jesus. Offensive lineman cheese isn't really even that big of a deal. We've had amazing offensive linemen in the past that it really hasn't mattered. And there you go. Teller, a 4th and a 5th next for Zack Martin. They get younger and a hell of a lot worse. We're getting Anzalone, Deion Dawkins, and a first-round pick for Darius Leonard. Pick 5. I don't know if that's... What pick? Who did we trade with? Was it the Buccaneers? It might have been the Buccaneers. I think that's the Bucs pick that we traded. Got ourselves a new pass rusher, I believe, unless they went a different route with him. Gonna need a new coverage guy and a lineman, but I think we have just enough trade pieces to do that. The draft pick's gonna be lacking a little bit, though, which is worrisome. A little bit of an overtrade, not gonna lie. Star Lutulele and a 3rd round next year for Will Hernandez, who's gonna fill one of the spots. I don't even know. We're probably gonna put the best 2 guys we have at tackle. And then, move everyone kind of inside, squished in the middle, and hope for the best. So we trade Bakhtiari, Barrett, and a 3rd this for Landon Collins, which allows us to get rid of the older Poyer. I'm just hoping we can get a damn coverage linebacker. It's not been very easy. We trade Poyer, Shaq Lawson, and Tion Green for Blake Martinez. And we literally had to give up all of that. I was going to try and make it cheaper, maybe even look around the league. But nope, we needed all of that. So, of course, we, without a doubt, definitely upgraded. Is there a chance we can end up trading away Johnson and a 2nd-round pick for a 1st-round pick, though? That's the question. We trade Johnson and a 2nd this for the Giants' 1st. We also have Bodine, who may be tradable, but probably a bit of a reach. We'll see what we can get, though. We got the Saints' 1st-round pick, kind of clutch. Obviously, they're not going to do very badly. The question is 13 our own pick? Oh, 13 and 29 are both very terrible picks. Is there any way we can trade them off? This was the best we could do. A pick 13 and 29 for LaShawn McCoy for pick 5 and a 2nd round next year. Almost said Svecken. I don't even know what that even means. Probably some sort of foreign word that could get me in some major trouble. And I'm proud of it. Tampa Bay, New York, and what? Wait, did we just trade for our own pick back for next year? Oh, no, we got a 2nd round. That's right. So we're going to have to move some picks or players around, and we should be a pretty damn good team. So this is what the team is looking like, and it's looking pretty damn good to me. Obviously, the interior of the line is a little bit lacking, but the tackles are insane. Receiving weapons are good enough. Josh Allen's an 82 overall, hoping he can really upgrade himself this season. He had a good 6th from rookie year, so much better linebacker core. It's looking good to me. Big shocker, we traded for a bunch of guys that need contracts. Not really a bunch, but Blake Martinez, normal dev, yikes. But obviously, worth the contract. Michael Thomas, no question about it. He's 26, but it's fine by me. Give him that contract. Apparently not. Headed to the playoffs, we obviously went 7-9. Not bad. This time, 10-6. Playoffs have been achieved. Patriots just barely missed us. I don't know if they made it to the playoffs or not, but barely missed us. Regular season. Finished pretty strong. If the Patriots are in, it's because we let them in. Not to mention that, but we probably could have had a bye week. What are you doing? Maybe not, actually. The team we're facing is like 12-4. Then again, they're not the home team. So Josh Allen had a lot of yards. Touchdowns were lacking, though. And it's because Joe Mixon's a thief. I guess I'm just going to have to put him at the superstar. I mean, in fairness, it's a superstar-like quality of play. I don't understand where over 1,000 yards, over 4 yards per carry, 15 rushing touchdowns isn't enough. O.J. Howard, yeah, that's a pretty obvious dev up. Michael Thomas, he should get back to star. He does. Tyrell Williams, what's his dev? Normal. Isaiah McKenzie, not a bad season. Quick dev, did he go back up? I guess he just remains. So the offensive line was much better, right? Didn't really play like it. Defensively, let's take a look at the numbers. So Leonard with 14.5, Flowers with 10. Finally, some legit numbers. Josh Frazier, the safety converted linebacker, had 2 picks. Not bad at all. A couple missed field goals for Hauschka, 5 of them to be exact, which is a little high. Finally in the playoffs, though, going against the Texans, not a very easy team to beat. Overall, though, 94 to their 84. All right, here we are, starting off with a very quick score. Another score, another score. Jesus, slow down. Please, actually, don't continue it. Beating the Texans would be a very big confidence booster. 17-7. Start of the second half. Ooh, they get a touchdown before half. We have yet to score after saying slow down. Okay, thankfully, we put up some points. We're only up by 5, and they are driving. Defense does a really good job, and they missed the field goal. Complete game-changing type plays. 4th and 9, a fumble recovered by them, and they're in for the score. How is this team choking this game away? I don't know. Very good stuff to convert. If we don't get a field goal attempt, there you go. 30 seconds left. It wasn't enough. We, I believe, hold on for the 2-point victory. We do. Watson threw more picks, but I'd say he probably did outperform Watson. Watson outperformed himself. Nice. Josh Allen, the touchdowns were not so often for this team. Receiving threats, I know we have Michael Thomas, but it almost feels like we don't have a true beast number 1. Hauschka missed 1 out of 4. Suckup missed 1 out of 1, so that's a huge difference there. If you miss 1 but you make 3, it looks a little bit better. I must say, I don't know if it's the scheme or maybe he is underperforming. That's why he's dropping dev. But Mixon has been a very good addition to the team. Very good trade for us. So, of course, we're going into Jacksonville now for the divisional matchup. Another 94-84 overall ranking. Please, we're the better team. Cleveland moves on. That's who we'd have to be facing, of course. Couldn't have been the Chargers. I mean, they're just as bad anyways. AFC is very tough to beat in Sim. Let's move on. What do we got? Up, another early start, like in the touchdown. Long drive here. We get 3, not a whole lot, but it is something. Before half, can we put up some more? We do. We'll take it. Of course, now we're down by 1. We're driving. We can finally get a touchdown. Start of the fourth quarter is a tied game at 21-all. Offense looking strong. We get the 7 points. Defense not looking so good. 4 minutes left, and there's a pick by Josh Allen. What is that man doing? What is Josh doing? We're going to come in the game. McKenzie is going to be the main look. It's going to be a short drag look. He's pretty damn fast, so he should be able to get there. Quick throw to Mixon, actually, and they leave him wide open. And we probably should have went out of bounds. I'm going to have to actually hurry up to the line just so we can at least either A, get down the field, user, or B, throw the ball away and let the clock, not completely tick away. And where's the blocking up the middle? Hurry up to the line. The center and the running back miss. What are they doing? You have to just take a shot. That could be picked, but instead Howard holds on and doesn't even flinch. Gonna let the AI continue the drive. We lose the game by 7. Blake Bortles outperformed Josh Allen by a mile because you just can't throw 3 picks in the postseason and expect to win. Leonard Fournette also had they had 4 rushing touchdowns, so definitely outperformed because Blake obviously selfishly not scoring touchdowns. We just can't score touchdowns because our quarterback wants to give the ball away in key moments in a divisional rival game. Well, not even divisional rival, but divisional playoff game. Is Josh Allen not the guy? Is that what I'm seeing? Do you want to be off the team, Josh? It's a 90 overall. There's no excuses to play this poorly. And of course, Jacksonville does move on to the Super Bowl, and I hope they win. I hope our playoff spot is their win, and they do not win. I'm trying to prove a point to this team. Jacksonville, could you play along? Hauschka, I don't trust you. You're not good enough. So with 58 mil, the question remains, why can't this team get the job done before rookie contracts are up? Can we please? We can get even more players now. Micah Hyde is honestly the only guy we really even need to replace. This team is maxing. Micah Hyde's literally the only guy we need to replace, and he's an 88 overall. Like, what do you want, team? What do you want? That's a hard guy to pass up on. For how cheap he is, I think it's worth... Oh, it's because he wants a 6-year deal. Never mind, he's not that cheap. So I offered a massive 1-year, $15 million deal to Sheriff. He didn't want it, so, you know, you win and you lose, I suppose. Usually we don't need the draft this early, but here we are. Pick 3, and wow, pick 29. So did we end up with our own pick or something like that? I don't even know. The biggest need, obviously, being a safety, and even then, not even really a need. It's more or less a looking forward to it. Okay, this is the guy we're taking. There's no question about it. Don't even need to look around. Excel is terrible, but look at the speed. 90 jumping. Now that guy is definitely worth the pick. Number 11. That's our new number 2 wide receiver. Maybe that was a debatable decision. I didn't even really think about it because we're built to win now. I was thinking, oh, well, Tyrell Williams, he's not very... Oh, I should have went for this guy. Tyrell Williams, you know, he's not super young anymore. We could replace him. Yeah, well, you could. Or you could just, I don't know, use him until you win a Super Bowl here. So we trade pick 46 this, 29 this, and McDermott to move to the 16th spot to select a safety who will most likely replace Micah Hyde. Cooper Lyman, please be great dev. Quick dev, but he is obviously a bit of a beast because he's super tall. Not a bad player at all. Will start, of course. And we don't have any more picks. However, let's move on to like the second round at least, because we're not going to trade up in the first anymore. Even if we could, it'd be quite a costly move. There's a late third middle linebacker here. I'd like to see what he is. I'm not gonna look at his exact stats. I'm just gonna sim slowly, and if I see him, be able to tell if I liked him or not. You know, if his rating wasn't good. I don't think that was him. I think he was a white dude, right? I think he was a white guy. And if he wasn't, well, he was bad, because one of those guys, neither of those guys were really good at all. It was one of them, too, I think. Oh, well, good thing is I don't see color. I didn't remember who the hell it was, so I just went for it. So, of course, our picks were a wide receiver with no excel or agility and a free safety that was pretty solid. We're going to end up being worse, but it's fine. Everett's going to be the new number 3. If Tyrell drops hard, he'll be replaced by Everett, and then McKenzie retains his role. McKenzie really hasn't been the guy I thought he was going to be. He's been just basically a 75 overall the entire time here. Hyde is going to have to be gone. I didn't want to get rid of Hyde, but it makes sense. You know what? Screw it. We're going to do... we need another first round, actually. This could be the last season we do, especially if we win a Super Bowl, as I feel like it would be the perfect cutoff point, because this team is super young right now, but we're about to go broke as hell very quickly. I had to trade Micah Hyde a second and a third next just to get the Buccaneers' third pick. They've been consistently bad, so I'm going to actually take the risk on it and, pay it up. So we trade pick 25, 57, and Chachere to the Dolphins for pick 5, which gives us 2 high first-round picks, but kind of sucks for everything else in next season. So we have some negotiations, and there are a few names, I must say. So Joe Mixon, totally worth the money. He's been killing it for us. Somehow losing Dev all the time, but this time Superstar Dev will be the contract. Hold O.J. Howard, of course, played pretty damn well. He had over 1,000 yards and double-digit touchdowns on one of his seasons. Jonathan Allen, always a very dependable guy in franchise, so he will stay. And Tre'Davious White, kind of quiet lately. Hasn't really done a whole lot, but 90+ overall. Even looks worried on his face. But don't worry, buddy. You're on the team. Just don't worry. Gary Connolly, another cornerback. Same guy, going to get a contract for about 5 years, so we're locked in. Oh, my God, speaking of locked in, he looks locked in, too. Look at his eyes. Okay, it doesn't look as bad there, but it did at the moment. It looked like he was staring into the abyss. Headed to the playoffs. Of course, we have a great team, so playoffs are pretty much guaranteed at this point. And we make it at 11-5. We're so close. It appeared to a bye week complete miss again. Lots of picks for Josh Allen. Thankfully, Joe Mixon seems to be picking it up for him because Josh Allen really isn't good, man. I just got like just a burst of just frustration and infuriated, just infuriated with the way he's playing. Like, step it up, man. You've got an amazing team around you. Jesus. Without a doubt, the best sack, trio I've seen in a while. Usually you don't even get one guy in the double digits, let alone like 2 or 3. Noah Wiener. I ain't got Noah Wiener. Well, I'm sorry. 95 overall today, 78 Colts. I will tell you this right now. This rebuild will be coming to a halt and a see ya if the damn Colts win this game. I'm sorry. It is. It's happening. How high of an overall difference do you want? We're basically talking about the Browns of 2 years ago versus the Patriots of 18-1. I don't even remember what year that was. Ironically, Browns and Patriots at the bottom of the screen. What are the chances of that happening? I really don't know what the chances are. But here we are, taking a look at who's. So right to left is us. We get 1 score. We get a second score. The Colts, put up 7. They're 78 overall, but apparently they're good enough to make the playoffs. This is kind of why I said I was ending the rebuild if we lost. It just shouldn't happen. And unless something crazy happens, it won't happen. We win by basically double their score. We double their score. We don't win by double their score. So pretty good, game across the board. Everyone got involved. Joe Mixon had a really, really, really good game. Sack totals, nothing amazing. Levi Wallace was the only guy with a pick. Moving on to the divisional. I really wish we would have had that damn bye week, but of course we did not. Headed to the divisional, what can we expect? The Texans, again, we beat them once. Why can't we do it again? They're a bit of a better overall, but we're slightly better ourselves. So, up on, 9 overalls on them. That's fair enough. All right, we're playing in Houston, though, so it could be a rough one. Down 10 so far to start the second. Down 17. There we go. We get 7. Not a very quick scoring 7, but defense doing a really good job allowing us to get the 17 points right back. Look at the game. It's just completely shifted. Start of the fourth quarter. If we score a touchdown here, we are on to the championship game. Field goal, I said touchdown. 8 minutes left. That's why I said touchdown. Defense, please. 3rd and 16, we make the stop. Offense, you just got to get a first down. Can't even do it. Defense, please hold on. And they don't. Good job, offense, with a scoreless fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to lose the game. We actually just lost that game. I'm only doing one more season. I can't believe we just lost that game. Was it Josh Allen? Nope, it wasn't, because he was perfect. Who the hell lost us the game? Was it the kicker? I don't understand how we looked so perfect and then we just choke it. I don't think we scored a single point in the fourth. What happened? There was no fumbles, no picks, no missed field goals. How did we not win that game? We just didn't move the ball at all, apparently. That might be the highest playoff passer rating to lose a game in the history of the sport. 145 just about, and he lost the game. So, of course, the Rams win the Super Bowl over the Texans. Texans steal their spot. Holy crap, the sun is blaring through here. I'm actually going to keep this kicker. Something about him. This guy with his big wiener. I mean, no wiener. 2-year deal, not a whole lot, but it is what it is. Money's money. There's really not much we need. I don't even know what the hell we can get. So, 29 mil, 95 overall. We need a fullback. We need a backup running back. Wide receivers are set. Offensive line is set. Defensively, we could use a nothing. And, okay. I don't know what you want us to do. Jamal, where's the offers? Nobody's offering on anybody here. Jamal Adams is apparently, really good. I'm not going to lowball him, but I'm going to drop his offer a little bit. I don't really need him. I don't want to pay McCaffrey, but we need a backup, I guess. So 88-point offer was enough for Jamal, so even though we didn't need to upgrade, we did upgrade. I suppose with 2 points, he's going to replace Lyman, which is just an interesting scenario all across here. But, I mean, you want the best of the best. Lyman's a great backup. This is one of the best teams you ever built. And we're, like, slipping under that rookie deal radar where, you know, these last 2-3 seasons, we didn't even have to worry about losing players. Of course, that will change. I don't even think we're going to be able to afford Josh Allen coming up here. Which, honestly, the way he plays in the postseason for the most part, do we even re-sign him? I don't even know. But, obviously, that might not even be relevant. Because, like I said, I think this is the last season. We've built too good of a team not to at least make a Super Bowl appearance. And if we don't, or we just can't win, how do I continue? We have great players on young, cheap deals. How are we going to do better when we can't afford players and we lose people? I don't see what else we can do. Right now, if we're thinking about what we need to get, is probably a wide receiver. Can't really get too many good wide receivers in Madden, though. You got to get lucky as hell. Let's see if we can get lucky as hell real quick. So I simmed our pick. Of course I did. I put him on the list. And that's why you go with those pass coverage guys. You get the superstar dev. I don't know why, but it's just those types of players. Maybe I'm just really lucky, but 90% of the time they end up becoming superstar dev players. What do we even do at this point? We've got too many players. I think it just comes down to we take a look at who is going to need a contract, and whoever they are, they're probably just going to be traded. I think we're just going to trade this pick off. We're going to go to the Cowboys, get a first-round pick and a third-round pick. Well, here we are, going to the final season. Literally nothing we can do to get better. I'm going to move Everett up because Tyrell is faster, I suppose. Kinda. I don't even know. I really don't know what else to do. Like, there's just not much we can do to get better other than maybe like a third corner, but even that is just not needed. Let's see who we have to trade. Even our coach is pissed. See if we have to trade and, you know, maybe trade them off if they're needing a contract, I suppose. Or hell, maybe even just let him go. All right, so looking at the contracts, Darius Leonard is obviously a guy that you just can't really let go. Although, can you really afford him, actually? Ooh. Oh, hello. Yeah, this team is in trouble. We've got some interesting issues here. Honestly, I don't even think you pay Josh Allen in this situation. I'm going to do exactly what I would do in a user franchise. Quentin Nelson, you get the contract. Apparently not. Tremaine Edmonds, obviously getting a contract. Super damn cheap. Going to give him a 7-year deal if we can. He's happy to stay. Will Hernandez will obviously return with his age being desirable. And obviously we need to get Tremaine. I don't even think we could. A 5-year 140, that's actually not terrible in fairness. But obviously we can't afford that. I think I would be letting Darius Leonard go as well, because even though he's great, we'll keep him. We can afford him. So we just got to pay Tremaine, and then we just let Josh go. I love about the first time. The first thing I said that, we were 4-0, and then we went 4-1. He's not happy. Actually, it wasn't even Tremaine. It was Quentin. So, of course, we need to replace an offensive lineman and Josh Allen. We also have safety situation where we have extras. We'd be perfectly fine. We just need a new quarterback with the talent around the guy we have right now. And here we go. We just go with a QB thing there. Boom. Hell, if this isn't a damn bye week, it should be an end of the damn rebuild. All right, let's see. We obviously finished. We started 4-1. Let's see how we finish. And we finish. We do get a bye week, 11-5. I will say at one point we were 7-4, so I guess we did all right. I mean, those just aren't numbers that deserve a 5-year, $140 million deal. He's literally like a glorified Dak Prescott. Joe Mixon has been killing it. He really dropped down in dev. Like, it doesn't matter at this point, but this is all for the principle of the thing. I don't care if he's at superstar. He's already been paid. He's going to be on the team for a while. It doesn't matter, but it's just like, why? You know, Gabe Everett, 11 touchdowns. What's his dev? Star dev. And we got ourselves a new wide receiver. Obviously, Tyrell will be gone. I mean, we're just in a good spot. Darius Leonard, 16 sacks. Trey Flowers would probably be looking to be removed because he's not really playing too well. That No Wiener guy is playing pretty damn well, you know. Not really missing a whole lot. All right, we meet the Texans again. Let's see what happens. Oh, now they're a good overall. Watch us destroy them this time. Just kidding. We wasted 2 to 3 years and allowed a team to catch up. Allowed the whole NFL to catch up, really. And we're down the field, can't score. Down the field, can't score. We're now down 21-3, down 24-3. with this game. Getting close, and I don't even know why I slow sim because we've just lost the game. And okay, we got a little bit of a chance. Never mind, defense screwed it. Nope, we're not doing that. We're gonna take a look at just what happens if we sim it out. Let's see if regular sim Buffalo can win. Of course they can't. Super Bowl, who is it? Steelers, Lions. All right, with the winner being the Lions, right? Yeah, big whatever. Sim is so perfect and obviously not broken in any way. Gabe Everett, he's 23 only. I mean, he ended up being a really good choice. Deep route is always terrible for these guys. I don't understand how. It just always is. Offensive line was very good. One of the best we've ever had. Try Turner was the worst guy we had, and ironically, we were just about to lose him. We had a decent, good draft pick. Obviously, would have replaced the quarterback. It would have been fine. We could probably still go for another 5 years, especially with, well, what, about 4 years with that quarterback contract? This team didn't win a Super Bowl. Let that sink in, EA. This team didn't even make a Super Bowl. Why is this game the way it is? I don't even care anymore. Hopefully you guys at least enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed my frustrations. Maybe like if you liked it. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at Jeromepkr. If you have a team you have in mind, let me know. We have a good, I don't even know, maybe 20 teams still left to do. And of course, with a 10-year Sim series coming to an end this week, well, technically next week, we're probably going to do 2 a week for a rebuild, so let me know. Unless we do a different series, I have no clue. But hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!